Hi, I'm Philip, front-end designer at Sparkbox. Let's look at what features an operating system has to aid those in need of vision assistance. Now, most operating systems have features like these, including phones, but as I'm on a Mac, that's what we'll work with. Opening up System Preferences, go to the Accessibility Preference pane. In the side menu, select Display. The checkbox options from top to bottom are invert colors, reduce motion, increase contrast, reduce transparency, and differentiate without color. At the end of that list is a slider labeled Display Contrast that spans from normal to maximum. This last item is a quick way to understand the importance of good color contrast. Clicking and dragging the handle, the contrast of the display is boosted up, and the effects this has on the design of the accessibility window are quick. By the moment we hit 33%, most, if not all, of the boxes within the window are washed out. As we near 60%, the checkboxes and even the handle of the slider is nearly indistinguishable from the background of the window. As we pass 70%, the slider bar itself has now disappeared. It's only by selecting the increased contrast option that these elements are provided the extra color needed to stay visible all the way to the maximum setting. Just as we may use VoiceOver on a Mac to hear what screen reader users may experience with our websites, we can use the display accessibility options to simulate what those with low vision may see. To get an idea of this tool in action, let's pull up the Sparkbox website. One of our sayings around here is for a better web, and our own website is no different. To know how to make something better, you need a starting point. Let's look through the homepage without adjusting the display. It's a very light design that utilizes a lot of white space. A year or so ago, we went through and did an overhaul of our colors to make sure we were using colors with good color contrast ratios. We primarily darkened the colors used on text, but still kept a few light colors for background use. You can see those lighter colors with the links and pill buttons in the new in the Foundry section. Okay, now that we've reached the bottom of the page, let's head back up to the top and turn the contrast up a bit on the display. At the first notch of the slider, the page seems largely unchanged. The lighter colors are getting washed out, but not too bad. Though now that we are down in the Foundry section again, we've lost our gray background for the pill buttons. The link style is getting quite faded as well. Let's stay in this area and bump up the contrast to the next notch. At the second notch, the link styles are so washed out, the links are barely distinguishable from the text. I'd go so far as to say that unless you knew what you're looking for, the links are unidentifiable. This is definitely an accessibility concern. In this scenario, the visitor of this site can't discern links from standard text. This is an area for improvement. Let's go ahead and crank the contrast setting to maximum. With the contrast set to maximum, the Sparkbox homepage is still quite legible. There are a few areas that might be cause for concern at this point, but this is certainly where we start getting into the subjective nature of web development. When it comes to accessibility requirements, what is followed are the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG, which has 3 levels: A, the lowest, AA, and AAA, the highest. Depending on what standard we are aiming for will help us decide if the effort to fix is worthwhile. Now here at Sparkbox, we follow the most widely adopted and followed acceptance criteria for accessibility, which is the AA level. All our colors are checked and compared to that level, which means these colors have a contrast ratio of at least 4.5 to 1 for standard size text, or around 3 to 1 for larger text. Now, large text is considered to be at least around 18 pixels when bold or 24 pixels when not bold. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning more about color contrast and web design, check out these videos.